Welcome to the Rank and Rent SEO course. In this comprehensive guide, I'm going to show you step by step how you can do SEO following the Rank and Rent method. I'm going to show you step by step how I did it and actual values behind the scenes on how much money I made, because this won't be just a theoretical course. I'm going to actually give you tangible tips based on what I did so you can follow along step by step, and also show you how much money I made along the way and how much money you can make. Okay. Also, on top of that, I'm going to give you access to my Rank and Rent SEO plugin that allows you to do Rank and Rent in just a few seconds. In essence, it allows you to take your site, overlay someone else's site on top of yours, and then rent it out to other people, which is in essence how the Rank and Rent SEO model works. You're basically renting out your sites as soon as they're ranked. Now, with that being said, let's just jump straight into my computer and I'll show you exactly how you can get started with the Rank and Rent SEO. Let's break it down. Right, so we're here, we have a lot to cover, so let's break it down. Let's go over the Rank and Rent SEO course, which will mainly cover 4 topics. First thing is, what is Rank and Rent SEO? Second thing is how much money you can make with Rank and Rent SEO. Third thing is how much money I made with Rank and Rent SEO. And this is not to brag, this is just to show you how the opportunity is still there, and so you can follow along my footsteps to also do it. I want to go over the economics of that and also the multi-location Rank and Rent. Then I want to give you tell you how to get clients with Rank and Rent SEO, because SEO is great, but we're all here to make money. So I want to show you exactly how to get clients using this model in a guaranteed way, essentially. And fifth, I want to give you access to a plugin, a WordPress plugin that automates this whole process for you. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so let's go over what is Rank and Rent SEO. Now, this is simple. It isn't easy, but it's quite simple to understand. So if you don't own a business, let's say you do not own a plastic surgery clinic, you're not a dentist, you're not a lawyer, not a plumber, right? What you do is you rank your own site and then rent it out to businesses, right? These businesses will pay you if you're able to drive traffic to them, right? So your goal is to rank your site higher on Google and then get them leads. So how does this work? Let's say, for example, right, this is your site right here, ranking number 1 for example, the keyword plumber in Dallas, or a variation of that keyword. So you're ranking first, right? Now here's a plumber in Dallas, right? They're ranking 20th, right? They're not getting many leads from Google, right? So this is you, this is them. What you do is you take their site that's ranking 20th, right? You take yours that's ranking first and you overlay their site on top of yours. So you like a sticker, right? You take a sticker and you overlay it on top of yours. And so now their site is ranking number 1. And again, in the end, I'm going to give you a plugin. I'm going to show you a plugin that does this like in a few seconds right here in my own actual site, right? But what you do is essentially is now they were ranking 20th previously, and now with a simple push of a button, they're ranking number 1, right? That's how Rank and Rent works. So you take your site, you rank it higher, and then you rent it out to businesses in that location or in that niche by overlaying your site on top of by overlaying their site on top of yours. Now, here's a more advanced approach to it. It's a multi-location approach. So let's say, for example, your site ranking first, right, for plumber. It has multiple pages. So a page is for San Francisco, a page for LA, a page for San Diego, right? And what you do is you rent out each one of these individual pages, to plumbers. In this case, we're talking about the plumbing niche, to plumbers in those locations. So now you have one site with multiple pages rented out to multiple companies. So in this case, you only have it rented out to one company. Right here, you have it rented out to multiple companies. Right? So that's what Rank and Rent essentially is, right? It is the process of taking your site, so an asset, talking about the site as an asset you own, right? Ranking it higher for valuable keywords, and then overlaying businesses on top of your site and asking them to pay you a monthly retainer. Okay, that's the basis of it. Now, how much money can you really make with Rank and Rent? Let me give you an example. And I know this is theory, but I'll show you down here how I made 40K, how this business made 40K with my efforts, right? But it's quite simple. Let's say, for example, again, you have a site right here, right? And you do plastic surgery services, right? You do plastic surgery, right? And you have a couple of pages on your site ranking for keywords that have around 500 to 1,000 searches per month, right? And you have a couple of keywords that have like 10 keywords that have around 50 to 100 searches per month, okay? Right? Now, if you put it the average, let's say the average of this is around, let's go low, right? Let's just go with 150 people per month go to your site, which is not a lot at all, right? Not a lot. Let's say, for example, you have 3 pages on your site, right? The traffic is dispersed over 3 pages, right? A page, it doesn't really matter, right? Just go with a generic niche, right? This page gets 50 page views a month. This one gets 50 as well. This one gets 50 as well, right? Now, this goes to 150, which again is not a lot, right? Now let's say out of all these 150 people that go to the site, let's say, right, half of them just disappear. So 60 people actually go through and actually click through the site. Now, this is very important right here, that you shouldn't just look at traffic numbers, right? Because traffic can be a vanity metric. So let me just do like a little parenthesis here to show you that this number doesn't really matter, right? Let's say, for example, I have an iPhone repair shop, right? People come into my store. Actually, firstly, they come into my website, right? And then they come into my store and I repair their iPhones for them, right? My website can be ranking for keywords like how to repair an iPhone, but it can also be ranking for keywords like where to repair an iPhone or how much does it cost to repair an iPhone. Now, the keyword how, let's say, has, for example, 10K searches per month. And these two keywords, the where or how much, only have like 1,000. Now, this is not very smart to go after this keyword, even though it has a lot of traffic, because the intent, right, the buying intent behind this keyword is way, way less than the buying intent behind these two keywords. So the intent, the buying intent for someone searching for where or how much does it cost to repair an iPhone is much higher than someone searching for how. Because someone searching for how, we can assume that most likely they want to do it themselves. While someone searching for where or how much, we can assume that they want to pay someone to do it for them. Right, so this is a perfect example of not blindly trusting traffic. You need to look at the intent. Now, in most local sites, local businesses, lawyers, dentists, surgeons, whatever, right? Most of the time, the traffic that's coming to the site is already very well pre-qualified. So the intent of the traffic coming in is most of the times already with high buying intent, right? Most of the times, because usually these local sites rank for keywords location plus service, or the other way around, so service plus location, or location, service, price. So a price of a dentist or a price of teeth cleaning in Dallas. So dentist in Lisbon, cheap, expensive, right? Premium. So usually these sites rank for keywords where the searcher, the person behind the search, already has a quite high intent behind it. So that's just a little parenthesis there that makes a lot of sense. And so again, let's even say that even though the traffic is highly qualified, only 60 people actually end up browsing the site. Now, out of those 60, right, let's say 50% of them, again, go out the window, right? They just close the site. We don't really know why. And only 30 of them actually go out and call the business, right? Now, let's say out of the 30 calls, right, let's say, for example, 50% of them just don't even like book a call or even show up. And only 15 of them actually show up. Let's say, for example, this is a plastic surgery clinic, right? And about, let's say 5 to 10 of them convert and actually become a client, okay? Now, with plastic surgery, right, and I'll show you an example in a bit, right, we're looking at values of around 2 to 5K, right? So that's an extra, this is an extra 25 to 50K, around that, in revenue in 1 month for the clinic. Now, if we're looking at different niches, for example, plumbing, where the average would be around 400, right, we'd be looking at around 2,000 to 4,000 a month in extra revenue. Now, if you can send a local business 2 to 4K or 25 to 50K in a month in extra revenue, right, you could ask them for 1K to 2K monthly retainers. You can even ask them for performance-based packaging. Now, I'll go over more about the pricing later on, but you can do this. Again, I'll go over the offers, what offers you can do, but this is the money you can make with this. And again, I'm not just saying this just out my ass. I practiced this. I did this in real life. Okay, so I want to show how much money I made with Rank and Rent SEO right here. So this is a little case study on how I made this plastic surgery clinic an extra 40K, right? So let me break it down. This was one of my clients, a Portuguese plastic surgery clinic, right? That I made over 40K in extra revenue in 2019, just SEO alone. What I did essentially, I ranked my own site, again, my own site, not theirs. I ranked my own site for terms related with plastic surgery in the city of Lisbon. Lisbon is the capital of Portugal. Like rhinoplasty in Lisbon, rhinoplasty prices in Lisbon, breast augmentation in Lisbon, breast reduction in Lisbon. So essentially, service, price, city, right? Or service, city, or service, price. So high buying intent keywords. So someone searching for this service, how much does it cost in the city, right? They're far away along the funnel of wanting to buy. They're not looking for before and afters. They're not looking for is it safe or not. They actually want to do it, right? So these were very valuable keywords. Now, the average price of these procedures ranges from around $3,500 to $5,000, And by the doctor's recommendation, some patients ended up doing a combination of surgeries to achieve the results they were looking for. So, for example, they did a lot of mommy makeover surgery. So when a woman has a kid, they usually do breast the recoveries. They usually do tummy tucks, so they just putting their tummy tucked in. So they do multiple surgeries to the body. When someone goes and does a rhinoplasty, some of them do, for example, eyebrow surgery or cheekbone surgery. So it's just in the industry, in this niche, it's normal to do multiple surgeries. Now, a quick note, a very, very important note is that a patient that likes how the surgery turns out is a patient for life. So they're not just going to be spending 3 to 5K. They're going to be spending a lot more, right? And so at the end of the day, right, the LTV, the lifetime value per client, per patient, was around 10 to 15K. Now, this is true. Like, for example, let's say you get in a car accident. You have to hire a lawyer, right? If it all goes well with that lawyer, in any case in the future you have the same issue, right? You're going to go out and get in touch with that same lawyer. If you go to the dentist for a teeth whitening or for braces, right? If it goes well, in the future, in case you need to do something else with your teeth, you're going to go to the same dentist. Same thing with plastic surgeons. Same thing with any service that goes well. So the LTV, in specific for plastic surgery, which is sort of dangerous, right? It has to be very well done. If you go in and do a rhinoplasty, it goes well, in the future, if you're going to do, for example, breast augmentation, something to the butt, something to the ears, whatever, right? You go to the same clinic. And so that's why their LTV was around 10 to 15K per client. Okay, so this is very, very important. Also, by the way, we previously agreed that the clinic would pay me a percentage base of the values the surgeries made. I'm telling you this because below there will be actual legal reports on the commission payments from the surgeries. Now, I'm saying this as well because, as I said before, right, you can rent out these pages for a monthly fee, so a retainer, 2K a month, 1K a month retainer to be just on there. Or what you can do, which was what I did with some plumbers and dentists, was I overlaid their site on top of mine, right? But then I had a phone number there on their one, which redirected, so the calls were recorded. It sent all the info to a little Excel sheet where I could see who they were calling, the recordings, the country, right, all this stuff. So I had into a database how many calls I got. And so with one, I got paid per call as well. There was ones that I got paid a retainer plus per call, ones that were solely retainer, ones that were solely per call converted. So that's why I recorded the call. So I'm telling you this because there's a lot of ways in which you can negotiate with these businesses to craft tailored offers. So again, monthly retainers, a little less retainer or discount retainer plus pay per call, pay per converted call. So there's a lot of stuff you can do here, and you'll notice that depending on the business, right, whether that's a plumber or a dentist or a lawyer, you'll have to negotiate different terms to the deal. And if you want to learn a bit more about that, I can record a video on that. Just know that you don't have to stick with just the basic retainer. You can do a lot more with this, okay, which can make you a lot more money, right? Now, back to the story. Let's say the average surgery costs around $3,500. That's about 9 surgeries that year I sent them, right? Having the website number one for several plastic surgery related keywords, that's how I got them. Tons of qualified leads, hundreds of people actually going to the clinic, right? A bunch of them calling and actually going to the clinic, and there are about 9 people going forward with doing the surgery. So that's how I generated around 40K, that's 40K in extra revenue for the clinic in Portugal. Simple, yes. Not easy though. And these are a couple of receipts, right? $700, $1,200. There's a bunch more here, $800. So there's a bunch more. This is actually legal stuff right here. I mean, I'm just showing you this as proof. Even had my name and all this stuff. But I did actually went in and did work for these guys with the Rank and Rent. And my goal with showing you this, again, not to brag, is just to show you that this actually works, right? I made money with this. A lot of people I know make money with this. So Rank and Rent actually works. And the good thing about this is that it's super easy to sell. And that brings me to the next point. How do you actually get clients with Rank and Rent SEO? This is the easiest sell of all time. Why? Because your site is already ranking first. So what I did was I took a look at all my niches. So let's say I was after plastic surgery clinics, right? I went on Google and searched for keywords like plastic surgery clinic in Lisbon or rhinoplasty in Lisbon. So I searched for that. I took the first 10 websites, right? Took them all, put them all in an Excel sheet, the name of the business, right, and the phone number, and I called them all up. And I said something along the lines of, hey, listen, my name is Vasco, I'm a marketeer, and I have this website ranking first for a bunch of these keywords, right? I'm getting a ton of calls, a ton of emails of people interested in doing plastic surgery, but I don't have a plastic surgery clinic. I'm just a marketeer, and I have nowhere to send them. And so I'm calling all the businesses in the area to see if anyone wants to take these leads into the business, right? And this is a refusable offer. They essentially cannot say no, right? It's free money to them. It's free leads to them. It's not free because they're going to have to pay you, but at the time of the call, it looks like free leads. And notice that one thing I say on the call is, hey, I'm calling up all the businesses in this area to see which one wants to take up all these leads. And so this makes them not want to say no, because they know if they say no, I'm just going to call up the second business and after the leads to them. And so that little sentence is very important. And this is a no-brainer for them, right? Again, I have nowhere to send the leads. I just ask them, hey, listen, do you want to take the leads? Do you want me to send you the leads? And they're going to say yes. And this opens up a conversation. They ask you, okay, but how much do you want to get paid? And then you book a meeting with them, either that's through Zoom or go out there and actually meet them, right? But you get the foot in the door very easily. And it's such an easy sell, right? Such an easy sell, right? This is essentially it. If you have any questions about it, just post them down in the comments. I'll get back to them. But it's basically that. Call them up and say, hey, listen, I got all this website. I get a ton of leads, a ton of calls, a ton of emails, and I have nowhere to send them. Can I send them to you? It is a no-brainer offer. It's so easy to sell. So this is how you get clients. Super easy. Now, I want to show you a WordPress plugin that automates all this for you. So let's say, for example, right here, I go to this, my WordPress site. It's just a test site. Don't worry about it, right? And let's say, for example, I go here, I search Plumber Dallas, and I scroll down to find, actually, let me just do Dallas, Lawyer Dallas, okay? And I scroll down to find one down here that's not getting a lot of clients because they're like ranking very down. I take my page right here. Let me just do, for example, this page. Let me just view what it is. Let's say, for example, this is my page. Don't worry about what's on here. Let's say this is my page about that ranks for a lawyer in Dallas, right? I go here. I just paste in the URL right here, right? In this my Rank and Rent plugin. I hit publish, update, and now if I refresh the page right here, refresh it, their site is going to be overlaid on top. There you go. And it's interactive. I can click stuff, right? I can go through the menus, right? The only thing that doesn't change is the URL, right? The URL is mine, but their site is here. People can come in, they can schedule a call, they can click anywhere, like everything works, right? So what I did is just in a few seconds, literally using this plugin, in a few seconds, literally just overlaid these guys' sites on top of mine, right? I literally just did this in a few seconds. So now I can call them and say, hey, listen, I can say whatever I just said before. I can just say, hey, listen, guys, you mind searching for Lawyer Dallas on Google and click the first site? And so that's a impressive thing you can hook them on, because they can see, oh, we're ranking first. Yeah, you guys are ranking first because I overlaid your site on top of mine, right? And that's like a conversation starter, right? So you can go that route too, right? So hopefully this opens your horizons on how to do rank and rent SEO and the possibilities that are with it, okay? Now, to rank sites, right, SEO, right, as you know, is a very complex thing, right? SEO isn't just, it is a marketing strategy, but it's hard, right? And there's three pillars. We have on-page SEO, which is essentially everything that happens on the site. We have off-page SEO, which is link building, right? And we have technical SEO, okay? Now, I've covered these topics in other videos of mine. I'll leave, actually, I want to give you a couple of courses on this, right? I want to give you access to all this stuff, right? I want to give you access to the Rank and Rent plugin. I want to give you access to my AI writing software, an ebook, and a bunch of courses. So here's what you get, right? First things first, I want to give you access to the Rank and Rent plugin right here. This is the one you just saw right here that in a couple of seconds allowed me to overlay the site, right? You also get access to a Rank and Rent course, okay? This comes in with the AI Search Academy that has a bunch of courses, right? It has all these courses right here, with the first one being how I rank videos on Google and YouTube. So it's a video SEO course, a 2-hour step-by-step course going over what material I use, how to build links to videos, how to craft the best videos to rank on Google and YouTube. There's a course on how to build backlinks as well. 3-hour step-by-step course on how I build backlinks, okay? These links are worth around $300 each. And the reason why I know this is because I build links this exact way and then sell them for this much, right? There's an e-commerce SEO course inside as well. There's these 3 courses, the AI SEO course. There's the non-AI SEO course. If you don't use AI for SEO, you just do this. There's a local SEO course, 5 hours long SEO course. Now, this is all in the AI Search Academy, right? That's 7 courses plus the exclusive Rank and Rent plugin you just saw. All this in the Academy, okay? Now, you get lifetime access to this, right? And so how do you get access to all this? Well, it's just by giving you a go at this amazing software that can help you with your rank and rent process, because generally say here automates 99% of the process of ranking sites. It finds high buying intent keywords, it generates optimized content, publishes it, indexes it, syndicates it to social media, updates existing content, and gets you backlinks. So I want to show you exactly how it works. Let me give you just a clip here of me using it so you get a sense so you can get a sense of how this can help you in your SEO efforts. So let me just play the clip right now. Right, so we're here, and if this looks a bit different, if you want to try it out later on, if this looks a bit different than your own dashboard, don't worry, this is my special account. It's a account with a bunch of beta features, things we're testing, so this might look a bit different, so don't worry about it, right? And here's an article I generated a couple of days ago, okay? And this, again, is done with AI. This is for a different niche, right? The one you saw before was for the plastic surgery niche. This is for an Audi dealership, okay, in Texas. Again, this is all done with AI. The featured image, table of contents, all this done with AI, the images, the internal links, the external links. And I want to run you through how to generate one of these like real quick. So what you do is you go here to the SEO article, and like don't mind all this stuff right here, all this super short, right? Essentially what you need to know is that you need to give the AI input, right? This is the input you give to the AI, right? And the better the input, the better the output, right? You can choose the language, right? From over 150 different languages. You can choose a target country, because even though you choose English as a language, right, it's very different to produce content that's tailored for the US versus the UK, where both people or both the countries speak English. Okay, that's very, very important. You can connect it to the web so that the content is up to date. So what's written here is up to date, right? With what's happening in the world. You can even create a knowledge base. This is super powerful. Essentially what it does is you can feed ROI with info about your brand, so it's able to produce brand tailored content with your own brand's mannerisms, brand tone of voice. So you can feed it PDFs, you can feed it YouTube videos, you can feed it text documents, you can feed it URLs. So you can feed as much data about your brand, about your business as possible, so that the content produced, right, this stuff right here, is actually brand tailored, right? Formatting, like you can choose bold words, italics, tables, there's a bunch of stuff right here. Structure, you can add key takeaways, you can select the article length, you can even add a custom call to action. This is really used by a lot of Shopify brands where they generate an article. Let's say, for example, I have a gardening brand, right? I sell gardening supplies, right? And I generated this article about the best time to plant strawberries, right? I have a full article with images of how to plant strawberries or where to plant strawberries. And at the end, right, if I add, say, for example, here, my Shopify store URL or a product, for example, right, it will automatically add a custom section down below the article with a call to action to my product page. So it will take the whole context of the article into account and add a custom call to action section according to the link I put here. You can use this for products, services, any single essentially thing you're selling to the article, okay? Internal linking, this is where you can set up so that the articles have links right here to internal pages on your site. So for example, maybe to another blog post of yours, maybe to a service page, maybe to the About Us page, right? Maybe to a product page, right? These are internal links, so links coming to pages on your site. You can set up external linking. So for example, let's say this was an article about finance, right? We could have links to Wikipedia, we could have links to Investopedia, maybe Bloomberg, maybe TechCrunch. So all these are external links, so links linking out to external sources. You can set up all this here. There's a bunch of features, advanced features right here, which I won't cover, but there's like a video tutorial here if you want to watch it, okay? Then images, in this case, I used AI images. This is AI, by the way. You can use stock photos or your own custom images if you like. Videos, as you see here, right? There's also in-article videos that are relevant to what the content is about. So none of this is random, right? The videos aren't random, the images aren't random, the content isn't random, the links aren't random. None of this is random, right? This is a video that's tailored to what the content is about. In this case, about Audis, which the article is about Audis, okay, the car. And also auto translate, you can generate the articles in multiple languages at once, okay? And then once you have all this filled, you just click generate article, and this is what it will output, okay? Now, very important, what you see here, you see post to integration, right? If I click here, it says integration because we can straight with just a click of a button, post this straight to our site. Now it says integration because we integrate with all these platforms, Blogger, Ghost, Shopify, Wix, Webflow, Squarespace, WordPress, right? Even custom sites if you like. So again, with a click of a button, you can just send this to your site in a few seconds. Now, just to finish off, if I go here to blog automation, I can set up an auto blog, which essentially is a way that allows me to have and produce however many articles I want, let's for example say 5 every week. And so what this does is we basically connect, right, Journalist AI with our little website right here, right? This is our website. And every week, right, 5 articles, so Monday through Friday, 1 article will be posted every single day on to our site, right? So the AI is connected to your site and it generates, right, and automatically publishes the content to your site. And of course, if we expand on one of these articles, right, they'll look like as the ones you saw before, right? With a featured image, a table of contents, proper content structuring with in-article images, in-article videos, bullets, tables, quotes, right? Internal links, so these articles will be interlinked between each other in a way that makes sense. External links, linking out to external authoritative sources like Wikipedia, Investopedia, right, depending on your niche, right? External links, all that set up for you automatically. On top of that, right, as you saw before, you can do the keyword research for you. So you can do the keyword research for you, which I won't show you right now because it's going to take too long, but it can generate the content based off of this keyword research. Then with the social media syndication feature, you can take these articles and automatically syndicate them to your LinkedIn, to your Twitter, which is now called X, to your Facebook with dedicated posts automatically, right? On top of that, you can also set up the indexing as I saw before, right? So it automatically indexes the content. So essentially, this automates, as I said before, almost 99% of your SEO efforts. That does all of this automatically for you. There's link building. There's a bunch more stuff again, which I won't bother with you right now. So let's just jump back to the presentation again, and let's get going. Very cool, right? I know. And so here's a couple of results of people using the software, right? This guy went to 10K a month in 3 months. He's using it for a Spanish site. He sells event tickets, right? As you can see here, almost 100% of the traffic comes from Spain, okay? And I'll give you access to a breakdown of what he did, right? 10K a month right here. These guys grew 60% revenue for this e-commerce store that sells these little trucks, right? Timo right here, he has an SEO agency. He used the software and found impressive rankings with it. Abby right here is able to rank their clients in 1 to 2 months, right? He's an agency owner as well. This is a 20K a month local businesses using the software. And again, all this stuff that I just went over here real quick, right? It's all backed up with proof and detailed case studies in the AI Search Academy, alongside with all the courses plus the plugin, right? All these breaking down what they did, what they didn't do, their sites, all this stuff step by step, so you can just copy. Here's another one. This guy uses our software as well. Damon right here to make over 100K in MRR every single month for his businesses. Keegan right here uses it to 4x his traffic for his personal brand. 8-figure tech companies are using it. I actually met the co-founder of Rova right here. They just bought a bank for 35 million euros, insane, right? And they're hiring 100 people by the end of the year. So they're using our software as well, the one that you just saw. Another fintech company using our software as well. 0 to 10K jewelry company, boom. 0 to 6K. So there's a bunch of like traffic case studies, 2x traffic in 90 days. 0 to 3, almost 3K in 90 days. And also, by the way, the feature that I mentioned about reviving existing content, right? You can take our software, take existing content that's been published on your site for a long time, and use our software to pump it up again. So let me just show you a demo how this works real quick. Okay, so if I go back here again and just go to the article that I was showing you before, right? I just go here to my history and just type in Audi to find the article that I generated a couple weeks ago, right? I just click it as such, open it up, right? Open it up again. And now I'm going to edit this with AI. Click here, edit with AI. And this is amazing, guys. Take a look at this. So let's say, for example, I think this is a bit too short. I want to give the readers more context. So just go here, boom, and I do make it longer, right? And the AI will make this paragraph longer. There we go. Let's say, for example, I think it would maybe be a good idea to add links here. So I just go here, add links, add external links, and the AI will read through the article, read through this paragraph, and find the best places to add links, external links, to. Boom, there we go, links added. I can do the same thing for internal links if I'd like. Now again, you might be asking, yeah, sure, you can do this manually. Yeah, of course, you can do all this manually, but why would you when you can just save like hours and hours on end with AI? Here's, for example, another one. You can take this image, you could say, put it underwater. I don't know why you want to do this, but you can, right? And essentially, the article will take the same image, the same color, the whole context of the article and put it underwater. There you go. That's an audio again, underwater. I don't know why you want to do this, but you can, right? And this works with anything. I can say add a dog, add whatever you want, right? But now let's say, for example, I think the info here would be better suited to be in a list form because I think my readers prefer to read lists other than paragraph. I can just do this. Boom. There we go. It's list form. I can do the same thing for tables, right? I can make it longer, make sure. I can even do custom prompts. I can say, write this in a way only car enthusiasts would understand, right? Or so you can essentially tailor this and add custom prompts and speak with the article and edit it in real time. So the advantage of this is that it allows you to not only generate with AI, but also edit with AI. So that's why you save a ton of time. Add links, change the text, change the images. It's so powerful. So that's it. Let me just jump back on into the presentation. Insane, right? So again, you can just revive and update existing content and see the rankings improve. This is when the content was updated and just went up and up and up. And so I want to give you all this, and the way you can access all this stuff is simply by going to tryjournalist.com and getting a plan, right? Get a plan. You can even get the cheapest one. You can even just say for a month if you want. Just buy this, say for a month, cancel after, and you still get access to all this stuff, right? Included all this stuff, right? The lifetime access to the AI Search Academy with all these courses, the plugin, all this for you. Right, the community access inside, you get help from me one-on-one on your SEO journey, right? Any questions you have, you can just post them in the community. You can watch all the courses. You can use the plugin for life. Okay, just for life. You just get a subscription just for 1 month, right? You can even use the coupon secret10. I'll put the coupon below in the description. If you use the coupon secret10, you get even 10% off on top of this. So you can just, again, subscribe for a month, then cancel, and you still get access to all this stuff, right? So hopefully this course is available on Rank and Rent SEO. You can actually make real money with this. I'm not just like throwing dust in your eyes. This is actually actual ways in which you can make money with SEO. I made it. I have a lot of people making money with this way, and this is exactly how you do it. So if you don't get access to the plugin, get a subscription for Journalist AI for a month, then cancel if you like, if you want to keep it, right? And you get access to all this stuff: the Journalist AI, the Rank and Rent plugin, a bunch of courses, all included in your subscription. That's it. Hopefully you like it, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.